Yo, yo, yo. What's up, guys? Happy Monday. Good afternoon. Welcome to our live stream here. I am your humble host, Phantom Freak, aka Moistmaster Flex. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope you guys had a good Monday. Good start to your week. Yeah. Definitely had a good weekend and a good Monday. Yeah, let's just dive right in. We got our tunes here, most recent tunes. Rebirth Volume 4, our annual spring compilation. We got Wind and Repeat for myself, King Taker and Siren on Garage Shared. We got Formerly Known from The Cult on Thick Freakness. Nice little bass house tune. We got Fresh Cut Freaks, Volume 6. Bunch of newcomers to the label. We got free download Baby Dub from Brandy, little dub, Garage dub I made out now for free download on SoundCloud, Garage Shared's SoundCloud. We got Slide from Tubalo. We got Amplified Beats from myself on, on Speed World Records. And lastly, we got Underground Flow coming out this Friday, May 8th. So please go pre-save that. That's me, Hotfire, Apotheca. Hell yeah. We only got one show coming up. This is RSVP. Free entry with RSVP. We got Rhiannon Rose, myself, Tones, No Drought, and Space Bay. We're actually also doing a takeover of Castle Dungeon on May 20th. That'll be myself, Dare80, Chuck Shadow, Broshi, and Foxed. Nice little live stream there on Wednesday. That'll be on a Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. But yeah, that should be a good time. Got our sponsor here, Eargasm Earplugs. If you guys need earplugs for shows, go to eargasm.com. Use code Phantom10 for 10% off. All right. So yeah, we can just dive right in. For those of you guys who've been here, you guys know the deal. I take these tracks first come, first serve as I receive them on the Google form, which is where you guys submit your tunes. Unreleased music, por favor. Ideally private SoundCloud links, but I will also accept Dropbox. Not a big fan of Google Drive. Done in the dance floor. I think I need to hear the context. But we'll see when I listen to this tune. And then I take these tracks as I receive them on the Google form. So the queue is basically first come, first serve. Drew, you said you sent your link a while ago. How long ago? Because I've only picked up tracks from this week. Earlier in the day. Okay. The first submission I see here is from Leonard Ellis. I don't see a submission from you from today. Oh, here you go. Drew Do. You submitted at 6:55 p.m. Bingo. Yeah, sorry. I haven't picked up the last few submissions. You guys just sent it a couple minutes ago. I only loaded the ones from this morning. All right. But yes, as I was saying, I take these as I receive them on the Google form. I'll read out the queue right now so you guys know where you're at. And for any reason you guys need to skip the line, you guys are welcome to just send money there to the bottom left, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, or use your channel points. You guys can skip the line there too. So let's go ahead and read the queue here. We got Leonard Ellis up first. Yo, what's up, Moxie? We got Jupsy second, Crossfades third, Smile fourth, Eric Mark fifth, I Love Woman sixth, Spencer Arnold seventh. Oh, whoops, I got you twice. Drew Do 8th, BXN 9th, and Jelly Jam. This is a mix. That's not going to help here. Jelly Jam, if you want to submit a tune, feel free to submit a tune. I'm not going to listen to a whole 47-minute long mix, unfortunately, on live stream. But yeah, if you want to send a unreleased track, you're welcome to send a track for feedback. All right. Yeah, I know it's a DJ set. I'm nothing wrong with the DJ set. It's just not the place to send it. I can't give feedback on a DJ set. I'm not going to listen to 47 minutes of a DJ set, unfortunately. So yeah, this is where we're at. We got Leonard Ellis up first. Let's dive into this tune here.
As well as you dance, are you as hot in the bedroom as you are on the dance floor? Oh really? So yeah, do you fuck as well as you dance? Are you as hot in the bedroom as you are on the dance floor? Do you fuck as well as you dance? Fuck as well as you as you are on the dance floor. Do you fuck as well as you dance? Are you as hot in the bedroom as you are on the dance floor? As you are on the dance floor. As you are on the dance floor.
Hell yeah. All right. Yeah, really dope, really wonky sound design and really solid groove as usual. Um yeah, he says, "Do you fuck as well as you dance?" Which is a really crazy fucking vocal sample, but it's really cool actually too. Do you fuck as well as you dance? I mean, I guess it depends on how well you dance too, man, you know? It's a very bold question though. Anyways, any hoops. Let's see what the chat has to say. Crazy bass sound, really solid track, nice groove, and it got me dancing. Sound design is really good too, nice groove. Yeah, yeah, really cool. Really nice, kind of wonky sound design. Crack me open like a peanut. Vocal sample next. Very nice drums as usual. I think that's something that you always really excel at. I'm pretty sure you're using a lot of the same drum samples, but honestly, like I'm not even mad about it. Like if it kind of lends itself to like a signature sound. I mean, so it's not even a bad thing that you're kind of using the same kind of drum samples in a lot of your same tracks, because it kind of lends itself to giving you like a really iconic and signature sound, which is exactly what you want. Very nice groove. I really dig the lead. It's really wonky, really cool bass sound. Very unique. I don't think I've actually ever heard something kind of like this. I really dig the sound design. The vocal is cool, but it definitely needs to be louder and more present. It feels like it's kind of, especially because it's so much deeper in the register, it starts to get a little bit lost in the mix, especially in the drop section. But I mean, it definitely does get a little bit difficult to hear in the buildup. So it's kind of getting lost in there. And I do think it should be a little bit more forward and prominent. Sent to line skip. Okay. I will throw you at number 2 over here. Oops, excuse me. Do 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 do. Sick. Really dig the drop. Drop is really nice. Obviously, again, really nice sound design, really nice groove, really cool ear candy. I might add in some additional little ear candies in there just to keep things like spicy and interesting. But also definitely some transitional effects, especially going from this first drop into the second break. It felt a little bit empty right there. Where my cursor is, you see this big open space. You probably can get away with adding in some transitional effects, really simple white noise stuff, or a downer, or a sub drop, or what have you, whatever it is, just to kind of lead into the next section. What else do I got here? And then I would probably put a little filter on the lead in the break section, only because it's kind of just like really forward and in your face here.
As well as you dance. Are you as hot in the bedroom as you are on the dance floor?
It just feels very dry and forward and in your face. So I would probably throw a filter on it and probably wash it out a little bit with some reverb and delay. I don't think it needs to be washed out in the drop sections, but definitely in like the break build sections, you could kind of wash it out a little bit more. So it feels a little bit more like it's in the background hanging out. But it's still like a looming presence. It's kind of just, watching, waiting. Before you bring it back into the drop, what else do I got here? Actually, that's about it. Everything else sounds great. Really solid arrangement. Main points are just bring out the vocal more, make it a little bit more present. Some transitional effects going from the first drop into the breakdown. I mean, you could kind of sprinkle those out throughout the whole track. I think that would be a good idea in general. And then That lead probably needs a little bit of filtering and washing out in the breakdowns, just so it kind of feels more like it's in the background a little bit more. But yeah, really, really dope. I really dig the vocal and the sound design on this one. Hell yeah, Leonard Ellis. All right. So we got to skip. Ooh, excuse me. We got to skip from I Love Woman. Then after that, we got Jupsy, Crossfades, Smile, Eric Mark, Spencer Arnold, Drew Do, and BXN. Let me see if I got any other submissions real quick. And I'll add those to the queue. Nope, we are up to date right now. Okay. Let's go with I Love Woman. Nice. Yeah, it's really cool. It's kind of almost like multi-genre. Kind of starts out a little bit more like kind of speedy techno vibe, and then it goes into like DMB, which yeah, it's really cool having that kind of contrast, juxtaposition, whatever, what have you, whatever you want to call it. Really dig the vocals on this. They're very subtle. They don't feel like they're like super hooky or like in your face, but they definitely add some like character and kind of like a storyline almost to this. But overall, really dig this idea so far. Very solid groove, really sick vocal. The leads could definitely use some reverb. I think your leads are really nice. The sound design is really fantastic too, but I think they're a little bit too dry, especially particularly in the drop sections, but especially in the breakdowns. They're just way too dry, I think. Very solid groove here. We definitely need more sub in the drop sections. I'm definitely not getting enough sub out of this. Most of the sub is coming from the kick, but we definitely need a separate sub line, bass line here, because we're not getting enough, especially for like a drum and bass style track. Definitely need more sub in the drop sections. Nice build up synths. I think he did a good job on the sound selection. Does a good job of like building the momentum, bringing up the energy, kind of pushing things forward. Overall, very solid arrangement. Really love the energy in the build-ups. And again, like I said before, I love the change in the styles from the first drop to the second drop. I think it's really, really well done. Yeah, so just a quick sum up. Yeah, just we need some more reverb on your leads, and we need more sub in the drop sections. And I think that'll kind of make the drop sections hit even harder because we're going to get a little bit more depth. And we're also going to get like a lot more rumble in the floor and like in the chest, you know? Hell yeah. Good job. I love Woman. Very sick track. Really digging the vibes here. All right. Refresh. Do we got Jupsy in the chat? Yeah, no problem, man. Jupsy in the chat. Yo, okay. You got Jupsy in the chat. Let's do it. Very nice. Very nice. Nice anti-up type synth. Yeah, definitely getting some like anti-up vibes with this, which is really cool. Very nice kick. It's a very, very punchy kick, and I love that. Very sick vocal, both the lead vocal as well as the kind of response vocal. Yes, the mix was very clean. It was definitely a more, I would say, simplistic track, but I don't. There's nothing wrong with that. The mix down's way easier, and I think the elements that you picked, you used them to really great effect because you had a lot of automation and variations on the sound, so it really made the listening just very, you know, easy and nice, and it flowed really well. What's up, Nikdos? Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, really love the vocal and the response vocal. I put here, I really like the bass line, very solid groove. I might introduce that bass line a little bit sooner because we don't get that bass line until right here at the first break. I might introduce it about 8 bars earlier and the intro and probably just filter it. So we're just getting like a little bit of a taste of it. I would definitely also add more reverb on the vocal. It is a little bit too dry for my tastes. Really nice energy on the buildup. The drop is fantastic. Again, very clean mix down, very solid groove. Really love the low end here. Really punchy drums. Really clean and crispy. Love the variation on the bass line because you obviously did some automation there. Really, really nice motif. Really, I put here a very simple but effective tune. Love the groove, really nice layers and variations. Very solid arrangement. Really like this second breakdown and then the energy going back into the buildup. And then I love that kind of like pitch build. We kind of are getting a little wonky and weird here on the second buildup. Yeah, it sounds really cool. Having that pitch change. It's really nice. Yeah, and then very solid second drop. I like the additional layers, additional changes, variations. Very solid flow from start to finish. Yeah, just honestly, just really minor things. The mix down super clean. The sound selection, sound design is fantastic. Just a bit more reverb on the vocal, and then probably just introduce that bass line a little bit sooner in the intro. I think that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you. I think it's a really well written tune, and this is coming from somebody who doesn't really care for tech house. I think this is actually probably really really unique from what I'm used to hearing, because there's a lot of just like really just fucking monotonous and honestly just kind of boring tech house. This is really fun to listen to. So yeah, good job, Gypsy. All right, next up we got the man's crossfades. We got crossfades in the chat. Boop, 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 boop. Crossfades here. Young Gus. Do 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 do. So that's how you know you got a good fucking melody. It's still stuck in my head. Crossfades, Gus, you here? Just say what's up or yo or what have you in the chat. All right, crossfades going once. Crossfades going twice. Saw him here a second ago. All right, no crossfades. We will get back to him if he comes back in the chat. All right, Smile. Do we got Smile here? I just saw him a second ago too. Smile in the chat. Okay. Set. Let's do it. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, super sick tune. I don't think I've heard the original of this, but I like the... Oh, so no release soon. Did they give you any idea on a release date? Or, I mean, is this going to be like an official release? Is the vocalist kind of just doing like a self-release thing and you're doing the remix? Or what's the deal here? June 5th. That's the day after my birthday and also the label anniversary. We're gonna be celebrating 5 years. Thick Freakness is gonna be 5 years old. It's an IG rip. Does she know that you remixed it? That's a good sort of whack. Whack that she didn't respond is what I mean. Yeah, I would try and get this in front of her because it's a really, really dope remix. Any hoops. Super dope track. Love the vocal. Very nice chord progression. I love this first breakdown. It's got like these nice like really big pauses, which is really cool. I think you do this kind of a similar thing in the second breakdown too, but it's a really nice um, way to kind of set up the groove and the overall kind of vibe. Very nice build up. Both times actually, I think you did a really good job of building up the energy into the drop sections very well. You did a little bit of a fake drop both times. Both times it's actually different too, which is really cool. The drop is fat. Definitely love the drop sections. The low end is fantastic. Low end is thick, thick indeed. Has that kind of like Notion Respace vibe, which is cool. I think it's a really dope sound. I'm a really big fan of Respaces myself, anyways. But I think it has a really nice kind of emotional content to it. It's really big, but also kind of just like really smooth at the same time. Really cool drums and perks. They had a nice little bit of character to this. Very solid arrangement. Aha, Crossfades is back. We can throw you back in the queue here in a minute. Yeah, and then the second breakdown is very nice. I love the pianos. They only came in for like a small section in the second breakdown, the pianos, but the piano keys, little chord progression, but you know, they were sick. I almost wanted to hear more of them, but you know, I think they kind of make enough of an appearance. You could even play around with like doing a little bit of a piano outro, which might be kind of cool. Any hoops. I'm just segueing, or not segueing, but having a little aside, talking to myself. Anyways, really nice fake out before the second drop. And I love the change in the drum beat, kind of a little bit of a tube step, kind of breakbeaty type of vibe there. And then the sound design changes too, which is really cool. I think it definitely fits the overall vibe. And then a very nice snare. I think that the snare changes from first drop to second drop, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But I really like that snare. It definitely cuts through the mix. It's very snappy. And then the only thing that really popped out to me is towards the end here, you have the synth come in, but I thought it was like, as far as the mix goes, it kind of just like, it pops out a little bit too much. The little trill that you got going on there. That was really the only thing that kind of stuck out to me. I think everything else here is fantastic, mix down wise and sound design wise and sound selection wise. Everything sounds fantastic. It was just that one little thing that I noticed. Could probably just be brought down a smidge in the mix. But yeah, I would try and get this in front of that artist if you could. I'm assuming you kind of hit them up on Instagram. I would see if they have, if you know, they have like an email you could probably reach out to, maybe like a manager or like an agent or something, and see what they think. But yeah, definitely really cool remix. I really love how the vocal sits in this. Good job, Smile. I mean, at the end of the day, you could always just do a free download self-release, but yeah, it would probably be better if you can get it in front of the artist and see if they can kind of push it themselves too. All right, good job, Smile. Sick one. All right, Crossfades, you're back. Yeah, no problem, man. Crossfades, you here? Don't tell me you're gone again. Yeah, learn something new every day. Yes, indeed. Crossfades going once. Crossfades going twice. All right, nope. I guess crossfades took a dip again. All right, young Eric up next. Nice one. Yeah, really digging the groove on this. Both on the bass line and the drums, I think they work really well together. Yeah, it's definitely on the slower side, um, especially for me. I tend to like write super speedy tunes. But yeah, this it felt like it had a really solid groove to it. So yeah, no complaints from me. Very thick kick. My second note here, I might push the tempo is the very the second thing I put here, but I don't think if you want to go for a slower tempo and a slower vibe, it's not I'm not against it. Um, I would definitely add some filter automation on the main lead, especially in the intro, because it kind of starts very hot. So yeah, I might add in some filtering just to kind of tease it in a little bit before you kind of dive right into that. Yeah, before you kind of get into like the meat of the track. Um, yeah, I like the sound of the bass line. That's a really kind of really cool, very simple I sound, but I like the sound of it. Very nice reverb to it. Nice timbre, nice tonality. Um, your first buildup could probably use a bit more tension. Um, it kind of just like rolls into that first drop. So yeah, maybe a little bit more push pull tension in that first buildup would be nice. Going into the Yeah, the clave was definitely a little bit loud. I wouldn't say it was just like super ear piercing loud. It probably just needs to be brought down a smidge more, maybe like 2 dB at most. You know. Really dig the drop sections. I really like the piano. The little piano stabs are really cool in the drop sections. They're like they come like every once in a while, but like they're always a nice kind of welcome. Um, I did put here the bass line does get a little bit repetitive, to be honest. So I think it needs to be spiced up a little bit. And I think for a track like this, the best thing to do is probably just some automations. Either automations or because it's not really like a UK bassline tune where you can kind of get away with, you know, adding in different sounds for your bassline. You kind of want to keep it. This is more like along the lines of like tech house, so you kind of want to keep a consistent sound on that bassline. So I think the next best thing you can do is automations, just to kind of break up a little bit of the repetition. Um, yeah, I can do yours at the end, crossfades. Yeah, need more spice to the bass line. I put here. This could definitely use some sort of vocal hook. I think that'll kind of help drive the track a little bit more too. Um, yeah, because I really like a lot of the ear candies and stuff that you got going on. A vocal would definitely help drive it though. And then like I really love these fucking disco stabs that come in later in the track. Um, yeah, they're super cool. I think they definitely add some like character and flavor in this. Um, yeah, I put here the last note I put here that this is a really really long track, especially for this kind of style. Um, so I think adding in a vocal hook will kind of help you streamline the track and kind of trim the fat a little bit, kind of break up the repetition a little bit too. Because there are, like I said, there are some sections where it does get repetitive. This is probably like how you receive the track as stems from Hella Fucked. Um, so yeah, I think kind of part of the process is going to be like eliminating some of the stuff that isn't necessary, that isn't really um, helping drive the track forward and moving things forward. You can kind of like again, like I said, you can kind of trim the fat, kind of like pull out maybe some small 8 bar sections just to kind of get to the meat of the track. You know what I'm saying? It's too fat, pH fat. Yeah. But yeah, the disco, the kind of like little disco ear candy stuff is really cool though. I think it adds a lot of like character to it, which is really cool. But yeah, so far so good on the start on this. Yeah, I think you kind of have an idea of how you want to kind of tackle this. Potentially bump up the tempo, add in some like little vocal hooky thing, some nice variations, some automations. Yeah. So far so good though. Hell yeah, young Eric. All right, let's keep moving forward. Do we have the men's Spencer Arnold in the chat? Spencer Arnold in the chat. Spencer Arnold going once. I didn't see Spencer Arnold in the chat earlier, so I'm assuming he's not here. Spencer Arnold twice. All right, no Spencer Arnold. Drew Do. We got Drew Do in the chat. Drew Do. Drew Do is here. Okay. Do we got BXN? BXN will be next. Then Crossfades. Then Nykthos. And then if Spencer Arnold's here, we'll do Spencer Arnold's tune. Okay. Drew Do. Then BXN. Nice. Yeah, dude, super sick. The drops are fantastic here. Really, really nice low end. Very clean mix down. Really dope sound design, sound selection. Yeah, sound design is fucking fantastic. Um, Let me go to my notes here. Love the intro. Really sick intro synth. Love the chord progression. Very nice vocal. Really like the processing on the vocal as well. Love the respace. Very nice build up. Love the drop. The drop is fantastic. Really love the sound design. Really nice tempo. The mix is super clean. Really nice variations. Super solid arrangement overall. Nice, really long, kind of dramatic breakdown there on the second breakdown. Love the addition of the arpeggio. Very solid sound selection. I put here. I might try out a fake out on the second drop. I mean, it might be cliche, but I mean, when I was listening to it, I was like, oh, I could definitely hear a fake out here. You might want to try it. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And yeah, I love the second drop though. And then the little kind of like tail off mix out, which is really nice too. The only other thing that I noted here is I would have loved to kind of hear a callback to the main vocal hook at some point in the drop sections. So kind of just like tying the drop back to the breakdown, giving us more of that vocal, just to kind of like give us some resolution on that. I think that's probably the only other thing that I noted here. So yeah, just maybe try doing a little bit of a fake out and then bring that main vocal hook back into the drop section at some point. Just as a nice little callback, resolution, conclusion. But yeah, other than that, this is a fantastic track, Drew Do. Very well done. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. All right, do we got BXN still in the chat, still here? BXN. Yeah, I'm here. And then crossfades, Nykthos crossfades, Spencer Arnold. Just so you're aware, you guys will be next.
I'm calling you, but you're out of time. I fall for you, still you won't reply. These voices in my mind tell me it's a lie. These voices in my mind tell me it's a lie. These voices in my mind tell me it's a lie. Tell me it's a lie. These voices in my mind tell me it's a lie. Tell me it's a lie. I'm calling you, but you're out of time. I fall for you, still you won't reply. These voices in my mind tell me it's a lie. Tell me it's a lie. These voices in my mind tell me it's a lie. I'm calling you, but you're out of time. I fall for you, still you won't reply. These voices voices in my mind tell me it's a lie. Tell me it's a lie. Voices in
Sick. Yeah, dude, super sick. The vocal definitely does a lot of heavy lifting here, but so does that bass line. Like, I was not when I first heard the intro, I was not expecting that groovy ass kind of Latin, almost Latin kind of bass line. But it works really well here, especially with that vocal. Nice intro synth, really cool glide. The vocal, I put here, the vocal is fantastic, but it could probably use a smidge of reverb on it, I think. I love the change when that bass line comes in. Oh, that's actually your vocals. That's fantastic, dude. I think it's really well done. Yeah, I love when the bass line comes in initially in the intro. I think it's just fantastic. I think you did a good job of introducing it as well. I put here, I wasn't expecting this sort of Latin vibe, but I love the groove on the drop. Fantastic. I put here the arrangement and structure almost feels a bit poppy, but it's cool. I think it works. It works extremely well here, especially with that vocal. It definitely has more of kind of like a poppy vibe to it, but I'm not mad about it. I'm really not. The drops are fantastic. I love the variations, the little ear candy stuff. It's really, really well done. Mixdown is super clean. I love the second breakdown. You got this arpeggio that comes in. Very cool, cool phone ear candies. So you have these kind of like dial tones and other stuff that kind of add to the character here, the overall tone and theme. I put here, I might do a little fake out on the second drop, kind of the same thing that I told Drew do on the last track. NCS, hopefully. Nice. Yes, I would do a little bit of a fake out on that second drop. That might be cool as like a lead in, which would be nice to have there. Mixdown is super clean, and I love the two-step kind of change up on the last drop. I think that's fantastic. Yeah, like really nice change on that sound design there too. You added some new sounds when you get into that two-step section. But overall, very solid vibe here. Just honestly, just two minor notes, maybe a little bit more reverb on the vocal, and then I would probably play around with a fake out on that second drop. But overall, very, very well written tune, very clean mix. Yeah. All good things to say here. BXN. Well done. All right. Yeah, no problem, man. Happy to help. Whoop. Do we have Nikthos in the chat still? Nikthos. Still working on the vocals, some low end, a bit more hi-hat love and texture. I'm submitting this for a fellowship opportunity. Nice. Well, I wish you all the best on the opportunity. Excuse me.
Hear the music.
Nice. Yeah, it definitely needs some like mixed down TLC, some love. But I think fundamentally, like the melodies are fantastic. The melody and the groove here is really lovely. It's very nice. Yeah. Eric Mark says, nice melodic elements. Reminds me of that good classic progressive house. From what I hear, the hats could definitely come up in the mix. I'm waiting to hear more. I'm wanting to hear them more. Yes, I absolutely 100% agree on that. The hats can definitely come up. My notes here, love the lead and the bass line. Really nice reverb. Vocal can definitely come up in the mix and use some reverb. I almost feel like that vocal, if it's your voice, I think it fits really well here. But I almost wanted to hear more vocal, to be honest. So yeah, if that's your vocal, that's your voice, I would definitely just sprinkle it in a little bit more throughout the entirety of the track. And also bring it up. It needs to be more present. Hats and kick can definitely come up in the mix too. It's definitely a lot more synth heavy and synth driven, which isn't a bad thing. But yeah, I think the drums definitely need to come up in the mix to kind of meet those synth elements. Really solid groove here, really dope melodies. And I put here, you could also probably play around a bit more with some filter automation, especially in the breakdowns. You can kind of cut out the lows a little bit more in that bass line in the breakdown sections, and then open everything back up in the drops. But yeah, really cool ideas so far. Really nice start. Really lovely melodies. Good job, Nykthos. Hell yeah. Yeah, no problem. Happy to help. All right. Do we have the man's crossfeeds? Third time. Third time's a charm? Potentially. Third time's a charm. Crossfades going once. Crossfades going twice. Okay, I guess crossfades isn't here. Do we got Too Deep? Too Deep in the chat. MLB the show intro. Too Deep in the chat. Too Deep is here. Too Deep 22222. You must really love the number 2. All right, let's do it.
That's a heck of a ball right there. Into the upper deck. That is a heck of a call.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Bryce Harper. Suarez delivers. Swing and a drive. It's deep. It's gone. And it's gone. Yes. It is bedlam in the bank as Bryce Harper has put the Phillies on top.
Sorry, I was like still in the middle of typing when the song ended. All right, the chat here. I like the texture usage here. Couldn't find a vocal I liked, so I was like, why not baseball? Yeah, actually, I really like the use of the baseball in here. I mean, I don't really hear that. I guess baseball is kind of more of a niche kind of audience, to be honest. I don't know if there's a whole lot of. I guess there is probably a lot of crossover between like EDM fans and people who like baseball. Because the homie Broshi always wears a lot of Dodger stuff to shows. So yeah, I'm sure there is. Actually, funny enough, he has remixed Freddie Freeman's Walkout song. Yeah, I've heard him play it pretty frequently too. Yeah, super cool though. I really like the baseball announcing in the background. I think it works and it fits really well here too. Really nice intro synths. I love the melody. Love the reverb on a lot of the elements you got going on here. Really nice use of the baseball announcing. Very energetic drop. I think the mixdown probably needs a bit of cleanup because your main synth is like very huge. That really big kind of saw wave sound. It definitely takes up a lot of space in the mix. And I'm trying to think of how you could probably finesse that in your drop sections, because I think the fundamental thing here is I love the low end. I really love the melody overall. But the main lead synth almost feels a little bit too overwhelming, methinks. Almost like you could probably do like a little bit of adding in some like sound design variation, I think would be fantastic. I think that would kind of break up a little bit of the repetition. I don't know if it's not really repetitive in the way that, you know, the melody is actually like really nice and it has a nice variation to it. I think that it's just that lead starts to get a little bit overused. Is probably the best word to say. The main lead starts to get a little bit overused. So I was kind of hoping for some variation on the sound design, especially when you came to the second drop. So yeah, maybe just something to play around with is just more sound design stuff. But I think fundamentally the melodies are fantastic. I would almost say play around with some more sounds. I don't think you need to change the octave on anything. I would just probably throw in some variations with some different lead choices and play around with maybe even some call response. Might even be a thing. If you want to test that out, play around with that too. But the groove is absolutely solid here. It's like locked in, which is nice. So like fundamentally the low end, the drums, it's all banging. It's like it's working really well. I think fundamentally it's mostly the sound design in the top end that needs probably some more variation and change to it. Yeah. But overall very solid arrangement. Definitely like there's no fat to trim here. It's very straightforward, to the point. Boom, boom, boom. Build up, first drop, breakdown, second drop, bang, bang, boom. Yeah. Yeah, that's really all I got for you is maybe just some more variation in the sound design. Because I really do like a lot of the stuff you're doing here, especially on the low end. I think the low end is fantastic. Hell yeah. Good job. Too deep. Really dope idea here. Really dig it. Definitely worth diving into and developing further. Yeah, no problem, man. So yeah, I guess last shot. Do we got Spencer Arnold and Crossfades here to close it out? Either of these foos here. Crossfade, Spencer Arnold going once, twice. Okay, I think that's the end of the stream then. Thanks to everybody who joined in today. Thanks to everybody who submitted tunes. Much appreciated. I hope that my feedback was helpful and useful to you. Please go follow me on all the things. Go join the Discord if you would like to stay notified. I do this every Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. I will be back again next Monday, same time, same place. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday night, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. See you guys. Peace.